Yeah, so to me, my whole self-image shifted when it came to me, becoming angry. It was really a breakthrough or a revolution in what I thought I am capable of. So, first of all, yes, me being in anger means me being in a training camp for allowing more energy to flow through my energy body or my energy system or my nervous system or whatever. So it was a, like like a health insurance on many levels for me. It was for my immune system, for better boundaries in relationships, etc. It was also for more clarity and efficiency, because anger is a lot about the energy that provides you with activity, that provides you with muscles, with self-esteem, with no, with yes, with I want this, I don't want this. So it gives back an essential direction to your life and also to your life's path in the microcosm and in the macrocosm. And then when it comes to resilience, it's like anger trained my brain to stop thinking about myself as a fragile being. So before I was in touch with my anger, I was kind of permanently threatened by life circumstances. So whenever something was too rough, too cold, too sudden, too loud, I was afraid and I was potentially the victim. And that, of course, has put a very, I could say subtle, but I would rather say deep layer of chronic stress into my nervous system, especially not only because I was threatened by every mouse, but also because my inner truth, so to speak, my inner tigress, as I would frame it in my work, my inner instincts, knew exactly that's wrong. They knew exactly, my instinctive system knew I'm not a victim. I'm not born to be afraid all day long. I'm not born to be that threatened by that little, the stuff that is nowadays present. I mean, we are not really in war zones, etc. So me working on my resilience has, when it came to really breakthroughs, has been an indirect path. And it has been a path that is also for me, like it's an everyday practice. So when I came from this disassociation from anger, I was looking at anger as, oh my God, that's the once in a lifetime explosion. That's the catastrophe. That's the bomb. So it's very rare and it's better not to happen. And when I got into a better flow and contact with my anger, I realized that being angry is better like an everyday anger burn. For example, for a few months, I think, part of my morning practice around embodiment was hitting my bed with a towel, like many, many times, and really smashing it like over my head, inhaling, and then again and again. And I was going through so much stuff in my biography, so many things and ex-lovers, etc., etc. And I just allowed this pouring out of me. I allowed this purge, this inner detox from the past of suppressed anger. And of course, it also boosted my energy level without me being more aggressive, quite the opposite. So it was also, it's interesting that for me, when I got into more touch with my anger, my environment, interestingly enough, said that I am more peaceful and I am more balanced and I am more healthy. So before that, I was like, no, I'm not angry. And everybody around me who knew me was like, yeah, she's not angry. She doesn't have any anger in her, because they knew better. They knew that I can be very bitchy, that I know exactly what I want, that I get really passively aggressive when I do not get what I want, etc. So all of those symptoms of suppressed anger vanished, or I could resolve them indirectly. And that also put me into a socially better position in terms of it's it's a more resilient field when our relationship is deeper based on trust and on truth and on authentic expression. And of course, it's also something, for example, if you work with other people and you do not suppress your own anger, you are a living embodiment. You are a living allowance for them to tap into their anger as well. So it's interesting that, for example, the two of us, yes, we do work with people and not everybody does that, but everybody is in touch with other humans. And often we think that kind of being polite or being of service or supporting somebody means nodding to their story. And that's not the case. It's rather that you provide the frequencies that this nervous system of your client, your friend, whomever might miss and might need for a certain step in their path. So to me, for example, today when I'm coaching people or when I'm working with people in any other way, it's such an interesting moment for me when I realize, oh, wow, I get angry at my client, because always, it's not about me getting angry at them. It is about my nervous system, my instinctive system looks for a way of supporting the field of the co-creation, of the collaboration with an energy of change, with an energy of movement, with an energy of direction. And last thing that I want to mention is that there are many studies around the relationship between depression and aggression. So when it comes to people being stuck and people being unhappy, we need to check in with the force of anger, just because it's such a portal into a new opening, new options, and especially change. I mean, you know it exactly. And I know that myself, that the first thing that we have to make sure in any coaching progress is something has to change around the stuck pattern. It's not about it has to be better. It's not about it has to be solved. It's not about it has to be not a problem anymore, not scary anymore, but something needs to get back into movement or find its way back into movement. And there is no better and more powerful and more, so to speak, graceful force than anger that wants to gift us with these qualities. So it's a highway. And since it's also, as you also said, Christina, it's a cultural taboo, it's also such a treasure of pure energy, because everybody around us is suffering from the same taboo or the same suppression. So it's boom, it's like, wow, it's a signature move in the whole field. And I'm thrilled by that, especially because I think us working with a body is not us working with only individual bodies, but also us working with our own nervous system and maybe other nervous systems, in terms of we are part of the collective. So we are writing with our own emotional landscape something new and potentially healing into the collective field, into the collective nervous system. So that's when I'm thrilled, like the individual is the collective. Yay! Thank you so much for being into full aliveness, no matter what. This truly means a lot to me. I have dedicated my whole work for over a decade to this topic. How do we become fully alive? And I have put everything that I found together in the so-called online pool, and you will find the link in the description below, and you are super welcome to check it out.